couple days. The battle happened like 2 nights ago or 2 days ago. What is this shit? Yo, what is up, Crockxen clan members, Pokemon fans, and others who are some upon this video. I'm SoresanCrockxen here with episode 29 review of Pokemon XY&Z English dub. As always, link will be in the description, just so you can watch the episode. So this is the rematch episode. I didn't care for it when I found out about it the first time. I still don't care about it today. I still don't think, as from a writing perspective, this is honestly just poorly written, poorly done, poorly executed. Sure, it's pretty, right? It looks badass, but that's all it's got going for it. Like, I've kind of come to the realization that a lot of the main things, if X and Y, like the main prop for XY&Z, or just Gen 6 anime, that it looks pretty. And I will never take away from that. Okay, the animation is hands down beautiful. But with how shitty the Greninja saga has been done, I wasn't looking forward to this rematch. Because I already knew that it was just going to be Mega Abomasnow versus Greninja. Which is another thing that makes absolutely no sense. He wasn't shown to have Mega Abomasnow. There was no hints of Mega Evolution. They just gave him a random Mega because, hey, the Greninja form is going to be a thing. And we can't have, that happening like that. Because the Greninja form needs an equal for some reason. Even though with shit, it's ass anyways. It's just been awful. Like, that whole Greninja shit has just been terrible from the start. Like, just from the start, this thing has just been a massive, huge disappointment in terms of like character growth, development, and writing. So just from that alone, I knew I wasn't going to care for the match just because I knew that was going to be the final match. This also reiterates the fact that Hawlucha is pretty much irrelevant because he wasn't in the rematch, right? He was just there. Like actually, there was no reason for the other Pokemon to be there at the end of the battle. I just want to point that out right now. There was absolutely no reason for those Pokemon to be out of their Pokeballs and they didn't do shit. Noivern didn't even participate the first time, so I don't know why he was out. Hawlucha was out here, even though he didn't get a shot at a rematch, which is honestly just disappointing for him. I don't know how I would feel as a Pokemon if I was in the first round and then I wasn't in the second round, because like, I guess I wasn't good enough, right? And I just feel like shit. So, it's nice to see Pikachu come back into Triumph, except for the fact that it was against a Bergmite, right? Which wasn't in the first battle. Like, you just could have had another Ice type. It didn't have to be Bergmite. You already have Avalon. There's no reason to have Bergmite. Well, whatever, right? Whatever. Pikachu took care of business. I was a little weirded out with the whole icy wind and like, I'm going to run around and my legs are going to get all warm and so the effect is going to go away. I don't know. I guess I'll give him that. I guess. I don't know. And then Avalon came out and I was like, wait, so you're not, like, I get not using the same tactics, but when you have a Pokemon with an ability that relies on the hail, right, you would think that you would set up the hail, but remember, because it's supposed to be big on Abomasnow versus Greninja, Avalok has to come in here and just do whatever, right? And the stupid thing is, right, I mean, I'll give Pikachu because it's Pikachu, but there's no way in hell these other Pokemon, because like I said, that like these Pokemon have zero development in terms of like the last, well, I mean, Talonflame just in general hasn't had any development since its evolution. So, like, when they're like, oh, your Talonflame's gotten strong, he's got a serious look in his eye, they didn't do anything, right? Like, remember, if you remember last week's episode, all Hawlucha was doing was punching a tree, Pikachu was slamming rocks, and then Talonflame and Noivern were just circling around each other. I don't know if you consider that training. I don't consider that training. But whatever, right? And he's just stronger now for no damn reason. And Talonflame's coming in. Pikachu got a Thunderbolt in. So I'll give him that. Like, he did something. Avalok took a hit. But there's no way in hell that Avalok, right, a Pokemon as fat as it is, because, like, it's just a fat Pokemon. Like, in competitive battling, Avalok, while it's not used very often, it is a wall of walls. That man can take hits from anything, physical-wise. So there's no way in hell a Talonflame is going to kill it by hitting it with 2 Flame Charges and Steel Wing. Steel Wing is just an ass move in general, and Flame Charge has low base power. Plus the fact that you're fast, so Avalanche should be destroying you just like it was last time. Like I said, there was no training for these Pokemon, so there's no reason for Talonflame to be taking Avalanches as well as it did. And there's no reason for it to have taken down Avalok the way it did. But, you know, whatever. And then he lost to a move that it's quad resistant against. That's my whole point. Avalanche at least is neutral, right? At least it's a neutral move, and Avalok doesn't have like the worst attack stat, right? And the fact that it's so slow and goes afterwards, Avalanche gets a power boost. So like, how are you gonna survive not like a neutral hit, but then get destroyed and blocked by a quad resisted hit from an Abomasnow? Not even Mega Abomasnow. This is regular Abomasnow. Like, bruh, that one was just stupid, right? And then we got the Greninja. At that point, I just shut off. I didn't care. Like, I don't care for this Greninja. I first of all, I've stated this multiple times. I hate the Greninja family. Like, I hate the Froakie line just in general. Right? I just don't like it. This show has made me hate it even more. So, anytime Greninja's on the field, I just don't give a crap. So, like, they were just doing stuff, and I was bored. And then Abomasnow was doing stuff, and I was like, that's cool. And then Greninja did stuff, and I'm like, whatever. And then the Greninja forum came out for some reason. Like, they were like, oh, let's just do it. And then he changed. I don't know, man. And then, like, he's full mastery mode because they're just giving them random ass development out of nowhere. We're just going to have him master it for no reason. Because that's how the whole thing works, right? Just boom. You got what you need. Like, no work. Don't work for it because you don't need to work for it. Just boom, there. Wolfric was like, I'm gonna show you my true power, and then like, freaking necklace. I was wondering. I kind of had an idea that since I knew that Mega Abomasnow was gonna be a thing, I didn't see a thing on Abomasnow first off, so I was like, okay, so where the hell is his Mega Stone? But I knew, like, I saw it from the get-go. I was like, if they're gonna have him have a Mega Stone or Keystone, it's gonna be in that damn necklace. And it was. It was right there. He took it off, he opened it, and then like closed it, and then he activated it, and then Abomasnow, I guess, apparently like inside its chest. That one was just weird. Inside his chest was the Mega Stone, and then he Mega Evolved, and the Mega Abomasnow looked huge. Like, that boy is big. Gosh damn. Like, I kind of figured it was a big Pokemon, but that man is huge. That man was big as fuck. Like, I was like, bruh, calm down. You're too big, sir. You're too big. And then Greninja was taking freaking hits from everywhere. I'm like, no. I don't care that you're a new form of Greninja. Your defenses are still ass. You should not be taking hits like this, okay? And like, I don't know, it was just, like, straight up, I'm not even joking. As soon as the Greninja form came out, I was just zoning out. Like, I was watching it. Okay, I know what happened, but because I didn't care, I wasn't paying attention, right? All I know is that Greninja threw out the shuriken on its back, and all of a sudden it magically reappears because magic. Mega Abomasnow used Ice Shot a lot, and then like just ice punched everything that Greninja threw at him. I think he used Hammer Arm. No, he used. I remember that. There's one time Greninja went for Double Team. He got bodied by a Wood Hammer because for some ass reason, as soon as Abomasnow Mega Evolves, his Wood Hammer goes from a tiny hammer that covers his hand to a giant ass tree-sized log that he can swing around and just bob everything. Like, what the hell is that all about, man? Like, I don't even know. And then there's other interactions here and there. Like I said, I honestly didn't care. And then, like, Greninja wins via an aerial ace. Actually, there is one thing. This thing, I noticed it because of how stupid it was. The ice skates, right? Because Greninja went for, I think it was cut. Yeah, I think it was cut. And Mega Abomasnow froze him with a Mega Punch. Or not Mega Punch, an Ice Punch, right? So he had frozen icicles on his hands. And then Ash was like, hey, use them for skates. And I just sat there thinking, you've been running fast in the ice this whole time. Why the hell do you need skates? And then I realized, they're just trying to make Greninja look cool. And I'm like, that doesn't work. At me watching this, I see Greninja running and jumping and doing all this crazy stuff already. What makes me think that him using skates will make him somewhat better? It actually limits him. It limits his movement by having him on skates. And I'm sorry, that doesn't look cool. It just looks stupid. So I just had to say that right now. That was the one thing that I noticed right off the bat, and I just had to call it out because that made absolutely no sense. It restricts Greninja's movements when he's already running all over the damn place. There was no reason for that to happen. And not only that, it only used it to avoid, I think, what was it? It used it to avoid, see, I don't even remember. I don't care. I didn't care if it doesn't matter. It avoided something. I don't remember what it was. And then it did the aerialist at the end. Like, what was the point? Realistically speaking, what was the point of him even having the skates? Like, there was no reason to add those. Oh, God. See, this is why I just can't. Sometimes I think how different my life would be if I just didn't review the Pokemon anime. Like, if I hadn't had the idea to do it. Because honestly, this is the worst time for me to be reviewing this shit. This is the worst thing ever. Jesus. Sucks. But I gotta finish it, which makes it even worse. Ugh. I can't wait to make the top 10 anime for this year, because I'm gonna... That shit... I don't even know if I'm gonna include Pokemon in it. It's that bad. If I include it, it'll be like the last one. Like the very, very last one. Naruto's redeemed himself. I will say that right now. Naruto has redeemed itself. Okay? So that show is automatically gonna be up. It's gonna go up from last year. Pokemon, I don't even know. I might not even have it. But anyways, that's gonna be it for this review. Like I said, the Pokemon shut up randomly. I don't know why they were there. There was a moment with the gang bumping Chris, all that shit. He got 8 badges. Let's go, you know? I don't fucking care. Next week's episode is the carving episode. Gonna see Goodra again. Gonna hate that too. I'm gonna tell you right now, let me say it like this. I won't be mad at this episode, right? I won't be mad at the episode. I'm gonna be mad because they're not gonna explain why Goodra shows up in the league. I'm calling it right now. I don't know anything about this episode, by the way. I don't know anything. But I know for a fact, because just from how this series has been structured, they're not even gonna mention or hint at Goodra showing up at the league. That's all. Okay. Also, the league is coming up. You're gonna hear me raging. I'm gonna rage about the whole, except for when Ash loses. I'm gonna be raging every episode because I'm gonna call bullshit everywhere. I mean, even in the episode that Ash loses, I'm gonna be calling bullshit because I still don't think Alon should be there, just in general. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. That's gonna be it. Like I said earlier, link will be in the description. Bye bye.